Microphone check, testing 1, 2, 3. Microphone check, testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome to R.G. Jones Field in Columbus, Georgia, at the South Commons Softball Complex for the NAIA World Series. Yeah, I just started. Well, it got kind of weird because Pat invited her, and then like Elizabeth said to be here till tonight. My problem was I'm not. Time R.G. Jones Field, Georgia Gwinnett versus Madonna. The Grizzlies versus the Crusaders. Is there anything I can do for you right now? Is there anything I can do for you right now?
We were talking about like Kaiser has 10 runner-up trophies. That's painful.
It is painful.
That's painful. Like, what do you do with them? You know?
You pray that y'all go do too.
Yeah, it was close this year though. That women's was, I mean,
Tighter.
oh, man. Yeah. The men was still close. It doesn't look like it when it's 4-0.
Right.
But the women was real close because they won the, you know how tennis works, like the point scoring?
No, not really.
They played three doubles matches.
Okay.
Whoever wins 2 out of 3 gets 1 point.
Okay.
And then you have 6 singles. So you got to get 4 points total. So when they won the doubles,
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the South Commons Softball Complex, home of the 2024 NAIA Softball World Series, hosted by the Columbus Sports Council. This is game number 2 between the visiting Grizzlies of Georgia Gwinnett College and the home team, the Crusaders of Madonna University. Before we begin, we would like to recognize each team's Champion of Character Award winner. First for Georgia Gwinnett, number 12, Jane Hoover. And from Madonna University, number 4, Haley Holbrook. And now it's time to introduce each team's full roster and coaching staffs. First for the visiting Grizzlies of Georgia Gwinnett College, number 00, Kendall Parks. Number 3, Angelina Del Pozo. Number 4, Caitlin Crumley. Number 11, Sophie Sisk. Number 13, Summer Hickson. Number 16, Alex Shores. Number 17, Anna Lackey. Number 23, Molly Peacock. Number 24, Caitlin Mary. And number 36, Caitlin James. And now the starting lineup for Georgia Gwinnett. Leading off right fielder, number 1, Kayla Good. Batting second, center fielder, number 2, Chloe Goins. Batting third, left fielder, number 6, Lindsay Owen. Batting fourth, shortstop, number 8, Haley Robinson. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 5, Morgan McQuaig. Batting sixth, second baseman, number 10, McKenna Talcott. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 12, Jane Hoover. Batting eighth, catcher, number 18, Angelica Gallegos. And batting ninth, the designated player, number 7, Logan Aller. Starting pitcher for the Grizzlies, number 51, Annalise Jarvis. Georgia Gwinnett is led by head coach Ken Eilenberg. And now the reserves for Madonna University. Number 4, Haley Holbrook. Number 9, Jillian Harris. Number 11, Lacey Harris. Number 16, Lucy Bennett. Number 18, Jane Anderson. Number 23, Avery Beneteau. Number 24, Amanda Strong. Number 26, Emily Tyson. Number 30, Emma Mossing. Number 33, Camille Oyer. And now the starting lineup for the Crusaders of Madonna. Leading off, right fielder number 44, Alyssa Duthier. Batting second, left fielder number 13, Regan Finkbeiner. Batting third, shortstop number 21, Ashley Rosiewicz. Batting fourth, the designated player number 27, Jessica Dunkel. Batting fifth, catcher number 37, Mackenzie Nee. Batting sixth, third baseman number 6, Emily Biggett. Batting seventh, first baseman number 14, Bailey Martin. Batting eighth, second baseman number 2, Ella Thomas. And batting ninth, center fielder number 10, Faith Pischke. Starting pitcher for the Crusaders, number 29, Mason Schlau. Madonna is led by head coach Ron Pizzoni and assisted by Wally King, Dan Bressler, and Sean Hopper. And now, let's introduce the umpires for Game 2. At the plate, Adam Macaroni. Third base, Christina Bates. At first base, Phil Troutman. And replay analysis, Scott Elka. The National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics and its member schools are committed to promoting a character development in collegiate athletics by embracing the values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership on the field of play, in the classroom, and in our local communities. Our goal is to improve the culture of sports. With that in mind, we ask that all players, coaches, officials, and spectators help us by being positive role models before, during, and after today's game. Thank you, and let's play ball!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Columbus, Georgia, the host site series. We are live from R.G. Jones Field here at the South Common Sports Complex, which originally was developed as the host site of the 1996 Olympics hosted by Atlanta. And today in 2024, the Grizzlies will make back-to-back trips to this same location with the World Series National Championship on the line. Hello again, everybody. I'm Matt Mahoney. Glad to have everybody aboard live on the Grizzly Digital Network. Go ahead, get on the horn, get on the text, get on the tweets, and let everybody know that you can tune in to our YouTube channel to catch all of today's action. Georgia Gwinnett rolls into this contest 32-15 record on the season, the 13th ranked team in the nation, and they are the champions of the Lawrenceville bracket with a clean sweep of a 3-0 record. They're going to be the visitors on the scoreboard today in this contest, and they're going to take on the Madonna Crusaders, an impressive 52-4 record on the season. They were the 11th ranked team in the final coaches poll of the regular season, and they won the Sioux Center bracket with a 4-1 mark. They were the 2 seed as well, going up against the 1 seed in Northwestern Iowa, and came out of the losers bracket, won 3 elimination games in a row to punch their program's 6th trip to the World Series, but just 2 over the last 4 seasons. And so the Crusaders will wear the all-blue uniforms, be the home team on the scoreboard in the third base dugout. Meanwhile, Georgia Gwinnett, Cat Islandberg, the white uniforms, green pinstripe pants, the visitors on the scoreboard hanging out in the first base dugout. The starting pitcher for the Crusaders is Mason Sloan. She'll throw the first one in there for a strike to Kayla Good. It goes Good, Goins, and Owen at the top. Robinson, McQuaig, and Talcott in the middle. Hoover, Gallegos, and Aller down at the bottom. So Schlong, the WAC pitcher of the year in back-to-back seasons for the Crusaders. Second pitch. It paints the black on the outside corner. And Schlon's ahead 0-2. Kayla Good wears number 1, playing right field today. Just gets her 3rd consecutive start in the NAIA postseason. Good, junior, 5'2" to Pembroke Pines, Florida. Schlon 0-2, winds and fires, up and away, misses. It's now 1-2. Kayla Good trying to set the table at the top of this lineup for Georgia Gwinnett. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sloan toward Ming, the battery mates for the Crusaders. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Good stays alive in the at-bat. These two teams very similar from a profile standpoint. Both felt like they were in that fringe area of a 1 seed or a 2 seed going into the opening round. Georgia Gwinnett forced it enough to host as a 2. Madonna went on the road as a 2. Both teams rely on their pitching. Sloan, one of the best in the nation to do it. Annalise Jarvis, probably the best to do it. 1-2. Misses up and away. We're even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the first inning. We got no score. Glad to have everybody aboard as you wrap up your lunch break on a Thursday afternoon. We kick off the Memorial Day weekend from the World Series in Columbus, Georgia. 2-2 offering from Sloan. Comes up and in and out of the mid of Ming. And so now Kayla Good has worked the count full at 3-2. The defense for Madonna, Bigot and Rosewitz on the left, Thomas and Martin on the right side of that infield. Round outfield, Finkbinder, Peschke, and Gaither. 3-2 offering, fouled off by Good, and we got ourselves a battle to start the World Series. Georgia Gwinnett rolled into town Tuesday afternoon right before dinner after working out back at their home field in Lawrenceville, Georgia. A short 2.5-hour commute to get to the World Series down I-85. Payoff pitch, Sloan delivers in. Good takes that one for strike 3. It was up and in, a borderline pitch as Good goes down looking for out number 1.
Number 2.
So with Kayla Good retired, this will bring up clutch Chloe Goins. She'll jump into the right-hander batter's box wearing number 2. Good first-team all-conference selection in her senior season at Macon, Georgia. Sloan winds and fires the first pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the bleachers above the Grizzly dugout on the first base side. The proud colors of green and gray are represented well here in Columbus, Georgia. I'd give the Grizzlies a 2-1 advantage in the stands already over the Madonna Crusaders. 0-1 offering. Goins in play. Hole towards short. It's between the gloves of Bigot and Rolowitz, and the Grizzlies have their first base runner aboard via the clutch base hit of Chloe Goins.
Number 6, Lindsay Owen.
Georgia Gwinnett, fresh off an emotional walk-off winner versus Eastern Oregon at home just a week ago. The Grizzlies, it looked like it was smooth sailing at 3-0. However, Georgia Gwinnett being no hit and shutout going into the bottom of the 7th, but all they needed was one. A 1-0 walk-off win as Lindsay Owen started the inning with a walk. Morgan McQuaig scored her. And off to the World Series, Georgia Gwinnett was. And now here we are in the second game of the bracket in Columbus, Georgia. First pitch into Lindsay Owen. She'll be the DP today. Takes it up and away for a ball, 1-0. Owen, a junior season, 5'5" at the Conyers, Georgia. Second pitch tattoos the mid of Ming for a strike, 1-1. Lindsay Owen, a first-team All-American from a year ago. Second on the all-time career stolen base list at 105. 1-1. Misses low and away. Back pick down to first. Goins slides in safely. Pitch was a ball. It's now 2-1. If you're trying to circle a Grizzly to get this offense going, I'd start with the All-American in that left-handed batter's box and Lindsay Owen. 1-2. Shalon delivers in as Owen slices that one foul. Experience may be the difference in this ball game. Georgia Gwinnett battle-tested all year long, including going back to the World Series in 2023. Numerous players went 2-2 in the World Series last year, returned for an experienced opportunity in 2024 and brought the program back here to Columbus, Georgia. 2-2 offering, misses in the dirt, low and away, and now Owens is in a 3-2 count. Georgia Gwinnett has played 20 games versus ranked opponents this year. 7 of those teams qualified for the national tournament. 3-2. That one misses up and in, and Owens will take the 4-pitch pass on down to first. So 2 runners aboard for Georgia Gwinnett in the opening frame. This brings up the birthday girl and Haley Robinson. Grizzlies return 5 starters in this lineup from a year ago that played in the World Series. Oh, and by the way, you add Annalise Jarvis to the mix too as well. An experienced team versus Madonna, only 2 players left over from their World Series trip. 1 player left from their World Series trip all the way back in 2021. First pitch into Robinson, low and inside for a strike, 0-1. Robinson wears number 8, and what's her first season in a Grizzly uniform, junior year, 5'8" at Lilburn, Georgia, but was on the bus last year along with Morgan McQuaig as a redshirt. Second pitch, fisted foul on the thumbs of Robinson. The count now 0-2. This Madonna team at 52-4, there are two trains of thought. One is a dominant regular season performance, went undefeated in conference play at 22-0. That's not easy. You don't accidentally sleepwalk your way to 22 conference wins and 54 wins on a regular season. 0-2, Robinson fouls that one off her front foot, and the count remains the same. There is the other train of thought that Madonna has not had to play a very tough strength of schedule. They had 4 wins versus fellow WAC opponent in Aquinas. Outside of that, only 2 other teams qualified for the national tournament on their schedule. St. Xavier and St. Francis, they went 2-2. 0-2. Schlon delivers. That one's in underneath the knob of the bat. It misses for a ball, and Robinson's that bat stays alive at 1-2. Two runners aboard for Georgia Gwinnett. 1 out here in the top of the first. It's Goins at second, Owen at first. Robinson's the hitter. 1-2. Curveball. That paints the outer half there. Robinson got frozen, was thinking something else. 2 strikeouts for Schlong in the inning.
Third baseman, number 5.
And there's 2 outs recorded. Goins stays put at second. Owen stays put at first. And this will bring up Morgan McQuaig. Schlong, the ace for the Crusaders, delivers in. McQuaig takes it for a strike, 0-1. Schlong, more your east-west pitcher, curveball, screwball. Got a little bit of a drop ball action, too, as well. She can mix in there. She is no slouch, one of the best pitchers in the country. Definitely the best pitcher out of the WAC. 0-1, McQuaig turns this one foul back toward the netting. And the count now 0-2. Glad to have everybody aboard the Grizzly Digital Network here, live from Columbus, Georgia at the World Series. If you are listening from afar, glad to have you here, and go ahead and get on the social media and share the good word. You can listen for free. 0-2, Schlon working on McQuaig, the Grizzly third baseman, wear number 5. Screwball right underneath the knob of the bat, just misses for a ball. The Crusader faithful thought that should have been striking out the side. McQuaig, freshman of the year out of the Continental Athletics Conference. First team all-selection out of Marietta, Georgia. 1-2. Swung on. This one's popped on the right field line, giving a chase as Gaither, but it's up and out of play. And almost a barehanded play made by Jeff Robinson in the bleachers. He's got the camera in one hand and a bare hand in the other, and almost made the catch. 2 runners aboard, 2 outs. 1-2 count Grizzlies. Threats in here in the top of the first. Can McQuaig do some damage? Schlon working on Ming, the battery mates for the Crusaders. 1-2 delivery. Swung on. This one's looped into play. Shortstop Rosewitz will catch it in the infield and retire McQuaig and the Grizzlies for out number 3. Georgia Gwinnett with 1 hit leaves 2 base runners aboard. No score. We head to the home half of the first. We'll look at the Crusader lineup after this on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Fans throughout this action today, the NAIA kindly asks that you return all foul balls to the tournament committee located directly behind home plate. Thank you.
We head to the bottom of the first inning. We got no score for Catahalaburg. The defense looks like this. Aller, Goins, and Good in the outfield. Around the horn, McQuaig and Robinson on the left side. Talcott and Hoover on the right. Gallegos will catch the balls and strikes from the best pitcher in the NAIA, and Annalise Jarvis. Jarvis will step inside the center circle with a ton of consecutive streaks on the line that she brings with her to Columbus, Georgia. The first batter is Alyssa Gaither. First pitch, you guessed it, right in there for a strike. Gaither, right-handed hitting right fielder, wearing number 44, junior, out of Goodrich, Michigan. Trying to set the table at the top of this lineup. Jarvis, second pitch. Swung on, fouled off, count 0-2. This Madonna team, pretty good with the bat. 360 team average, an on-base percentage of 430, and a slugging percentage noteworthy of 504. They average 7.1 runs per game, and this is the first meeting all-time with Georgia Gwinnett in their program's history. Rise ball misses upstairs, count now 1-2. The Crusaders operating out of that third base dugout as the home team on the scoreboard. Jarvis delivering 1-2. Climbs the ladder, no swing from Gaither. Count now even at 2-2. For our Grizzly fans that were along this journey on the Grizzly Digital Network a year ago at the World Series, I'm happy to report the scoreboard is fully functional. Swung on, this one's looped out of play to the right side, and the count remains the same at 2-2. Might have to find me a new nemesis this year. But job well done by the host city of Columbus, Georgia. Did a great job in partnering with the local community members. Georgia Gwinnett headed to a local co-op yesterday and did some carrot picking. 2-2 count. Jarvis delivers in on Gaither, picks her out a strikeout. Gaither goes down swinging, one out, one runner down. It'll be Gaither, Finkbeiner, Rosewitz at the top, Dunkel, Ming, Bigot in the middle, Martin, Thomas, and Peschke down at the bottom. Again, this is a Crusader offense that averages 7.1 runs per contest. Swing and a miss from Finkbeiner on the first pitch. Regan Finkbeiner, the left fielder, wearing number 13. Will test her skills versus the reigning NAIA pitcher of the year, Annalise Jarvis. Finkbeiner, a freshman out of Freeland, Michigan. Jarvis working quickly, just misses underneath the knob of the bat. Count even at 1-1. My watch is telling me to relax. I'm in a high stressful situation. Thank you, Apple. 1-1. Oh, this is upstairs. No, excuse me. Checks in on the top shelf, 1-2. Bottom of the first inning, we got no score. Between the 8-9 matchup in the bracket. We'll update that bracket for you here after one game's already been in the book. This one's turned around in the shallow left center field. Aller giving a chase. He'll squeeze it on the run and retire Finkbeiner for out number 2. This is the second game of the day here in day one of the NAIA World Series. It was Jessup, the 7 seed, knocking down the 10 seed Southern Oregon 5-4. Keep in mind, Southern Oregon has won 3 of the last 4 national championships. So maybe not an upset on paper with the seeding, but from an emotional standpoint here in Columbus, we got our first eyebrow-raising results in one game played. Southern Oregon into the loser's bracket immediately. So with 2 outs and nobody aboard, this brings up the shortstop and Ashley Rosewitz. First pitch hits for a strike, 0-1. Rosewitz awaits from Jarvis. That one just misses upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Grizzly fans with some moan and groans, hoping that's a strike by the next time we throw it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rosewitz, the right-handed hitting shortstop, we're number 21. Fouls that one off, and it counts 1-2. Rosewitz, a freshman out of Canton, Michigan, and this is a very talented roster. Almost all 9 of their starters plus their pitchers got some sort of all-conference accolades on the first or second team out of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. 2-2 offering with 2 outs. This one's turned around in the center field line. Shot just barely falls in on the shoe tops of Chloe Goins for a base hit. Goins got a great jump, but Rosewitz turns a line drive into a single.
Number 27, Jessica Dunkel.
So Rosewitz, a first-team all-conference selection in her own right, is aboard first with 2 outs. And this will bring up the cleanup hitter in Jessica Dunkel. She's the DP wearing number 27, and she is dangerous with aluminum in her hands. She has had some of the biggest hits in program history over the last couple of weeks. As she turns this one around, big fly in the left. Logan Aller 2 steps back, now 5 steps in, catches a mile-high fly ball into left field for out number 3. So the Crusaders get a base hit on the board as well, but they leave her stranded over at first. 1 inning is in the books. We got no score from Columbus, Georgia at the NAIA World Series here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Travel partner of the NAIA, Short Travel, would like to congratulate all of the NAIA championship teams on an excellent season. Shorts Travel Management is proud to help these teams reach their destination during postseason play and throughout the year. Shorts Travel, proud to be the official travel partner of the NAIA.
We head to the top of the second. We got no score. Georgia Gwinnett due up for the Grizzlies will be Talcott, Hoover, and Gallego. 6, 7, and 8 spots in the lineup. Fans, we're going to introduce you to the live chat feature here on the Grizzly Digital Network. We would love to know where you guys are listening from and who you're listening for. Quick shout out to the Jane Hoover delegation who had some flight concerns. So we know the Hoover family wants to be here so bad, but glad to have you here on the Grizzly Digital Network. We'll try to keep you posted the best we can to our abilities on what's going on in Columbus, Georgia. McKenna Talcott, the left-handed hitting second baseman, will lead things off. First pitch curveball hits for a strike 0-1. Talcott in the left-handed batter's box. Junior season at Great Georgia. She'll bunt this one toward the third baseman. Biggett's going to barehand it, throw it over to first, and the bang-bang play goes the Crusaders' way. Brilliant idea there for Talcott, but Biggett answers the call of the test. And Kat Eilenberg is not going to talk with the home plate umpire. So we're in the top of the second. We got no score right now. Talcott has been retired on a bang-bang play at first. Meanwhile, Eilenberg will talk things over, and she's going to call for a replay. So we're going to go to the replay monitor here, and I didn't think we'd get to this in the top of the second inning, but you get 3 challenges as a head coach, and so Coach Cat is going to use that opportunity here in the top of the second. It was a bang-bang play by the naked eye. I'm going to say Talcott is out, but why not give it a test to see how it goes? So the first base umpire and the home plate umpire are headed underneath the hood just beyond the first base dugout. And so with the advanced technology here at the World Series, each coach gets 3 challenges. And so Kat Eilenberg, in her 12 years of coaching in the dugout for Georgia Gwinnett, this is going to be her first replay challenge of her career. 444 wins for Coach Cat, 4 World Series appearances. And we get a first in her 12th year of the program. She's got a big old grin on her face down there, too, in fair territory, talking with John Eilenberg. And if you don't think there's some unspoken, nonverbal communication between Coach Cat and father-along John Eilenberg, I can guarantee you that's the motivation and the source of what this challenge is coming from. So, again, with us here on the radio, we are 100% in the dark. We can't tell you anything at all whether it was, I can tell you it was close in real time, but we have no idea of what that television production crew is showing. We obviously don't have a video board here in Columbus, Georgia, but given the new technology, the NAIA decided to implement the replay opportunities to go alongside with some of their other collegiate peers. And so with that, we get our first challenge. And so we get a couple of fans in here on the live chat. Yeah, we got Monty Lawson listening back home in Lawrenceville. We've also got Thomas Owen supporting Lindsay in the chat. We also got Kenny Jarvis. I recognize that name. Who might be pulling double duty in the bleachers and listening to the broadcast. So the diehard fan of Kenny Jarvis. I love it. And so both umpires still have entrenched themselves in the booth down the right field line. And again, they are watching the live broadcast that is being produced on site here. It's not like we're having to phone a friend from Birmingham, Alabama. And so taking a minute to take a look to see what the call is officially after the replay. And of course, heavy sprinkles tuned in here. Hello, Gracie Hogg. We miss you. So here we go. Both umpires have emerged out of the first base dugout area. The home plate umpire has paraded himself around first base into fair territory. And after the call, Talcott is called out. So I think that was a bit of a let's see what happened review for Coach Cat. And the call stands, and Talcott's retired on the 5-3 put-out. What was hopeful. And so with one out, this will bring up the aforementioned Jane Hoover. So again, well wishes to the Hoover family listening all the way back in California. We saw understanding they had a flight canceled with the connecting flight in Dallas, Texas. And if you had pulled up the radar yesterday, Dallas was covered in red and yellow. And so terrible flight plans for the airlines to travel in. And so the Hoover family is, I don't know if you can be stranded at home, but they're stranded at home right now. And so with the Hoover family listening from afar and Jane stepping in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch into Hoover. Pitch for a strike, 0-1. Jane Hoover, wearing number 12, one of just two Grizzlies on this team that has started in 46 games this season. Chloe Goins is the other. Hoover in from the right side versus Mason Sloan. Curveball misses away. Good eye by Hoover, 1-1. One offering. Hoover turns this around over to third baseman's headed Bigot, but it twists foul and lands into Clay, and Hoover's stuck in a 1-2 count. Hoover will go up against Mason Sloan, a senior, fifth-year senior at a North Branch, Michigan, and she is one of the best in the country to toss the pill to the plate. There were some NAIA enthusiasts that were hoping to get this matchup on day one of the World Series, Sloan versus Jarvis, and here they go. They've got it. 1-2. Hoover fists this one foul. Diving effort by the catcher, and Ming almost caught it in the air just outside the left-handed batter's box. But Hoover's at bat is on its third life now in a 1-2 count. Sloan going to try to regroup here in what's a long top of the second inning, thanks to a replay and now a tough at-bat for Hoover. Sloan winds and fires. Swung on, chopper right side. Thomas ranging to her right, bobbles it, throws over to first. It gets Hoover by a step. Proper introduction for the Crusaders starter. Back-to-back season, she's the WAC pitcher of the year. A 1.11 ERA and a 35-3 record. She has tossed 2, walked just 23, and the opponents have a 185 batting average. Some phenomenal stuff out of the righty. Back for her 5th year and has pushed this team to the World Series. Angelica Gallegos, first pitch swinging here, fists it right back to Sloan, and she'll step and throw over to first to retire the Grizzly catcher for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 frame. We've got no score. We go to the bottom of the second here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
BSN Sports and Nike are proud to be the official apparel and footwear provider of NAIA headquarters. Use promo code NAIA2324 to get 20% off Nike product at bsmsports.com.
Welcome aboard the Grizzly Digital Network here. You guys are piled into the live chat. I absolutely love it. Quick correction there. Kenny Jarvis is pulling double duty. I thought he was in the bleachers listening to the Grizzly Digital Network. No. He's back in Tennessee, and he's got the audio of the Grizzly Digital Network synced up with the pay-per-view broadcast on the NAIA website. That is technology at its finest, Kenny. Congratulations to you. As he's still in Tennessee. We also got my main man, Jonathan McKinney. Bird tuned in for the Grizzlies here. We also got Mackenzie Owen listening in support of Lindsay. And then Jamie Jenkins. I don't know if I've heard this one before. A recruit's mom whose daughter Savannah will hopefully be playing in Columbus, Georgia in the 2025 World Series. And so we look forward to meeting Savannah Jenkins, a future Grizzly. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Annalise Jarvis inside that center circle for Georgia Gwinnett. She'll face the 5, 6, and 7 spot. Mackenzie Ming, first-team all-conference power hitter, will lead things off. Quickly gets 2 pitches and a 1-1 count. Ming, the catcher, wearing number 37. She'll take a healthy hack at that one as Jarvis climbs the ladder. Ming chases it. It's now 1-2. Mackenzie Ming, a junior out of Clarkston, Michigan. Transfer from Gannon University. Takes a good look at that one as Jarvis tries to thread the needle in the outside corner, but misses 2-2. Jarvis tries to come on the inside part of the plate, but just misses. Now 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Jarvis versus Ming. Swing and a miss, blew it right past her. Jarvis will pick up her second strikeout. Led off both the first and the second with a K-Burger. And proper introduction for Annalise Jarvis. The reigning NAIA Pitcher of the Year has followed it up in 2024 with the nation's best ERA at 0.52, a 15-5 record, 175 innings pitched, 232 strikeouts, and the opponents bat 148. The left-handed hitting third baseman, Emily Biggett, will test her luck. First pitch hits for a strike, 0-1. Jarvis working quickly, finding that rhythm. Second pitch framed up by Gallegos, just a bit off the plate there, 1-1 on the outside corner. We saw 2 of the best pitchers in the country go toe-to-toe in Lawrenceville at the end of the opening round. Jarvis getting the better of the 1-2 punch of Eastern Oregon. It was Kaylee Hoskins that was the losing victim against Annalise Jarvis in that walk-off winner. She had thrown a no-hitter and a shutout through 6 innings of work, but Jarvis got the win that day. Swung on, fouled straight back to the netting, count even at 2-2. Again, bottom of the second, no score. 1 out, nobody aboard. Emily Biggett, the third baseman, is your hitter. Biggett, wearing number 6, everyday starter at the hot corner in her senior season out of Evandale, Michigan. Jarvis climbs the ladder, not chasing it as Biggett. So far, the Crusaders seem to be pretty good at identifying that high part of the strike zone and laying off the swing and a miss stuff from Jarvis. 3-2. Jarvis goes back to the outside, and it's fouled off. So we've got some early scouting reports live and in action. Crusaders trying to stay off the high stuff. And Jarvis trying to carve this team up on the inside and outside parts of the plate. Jarvis from the right, Biggett from the left. Payoff pitch. Jarvis goes back over the outside half and throws Biggett. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jarvis. She's now got 3 on the day.
Now hitting first baseman, number 14, Bailey Morton.
Jarvis, the 2023 NAIA Pitcher of the Year, 3 perfect games a season ago, was the first player in NAIA history to accomplish that feat. She has been on the mound for some monumental performances for Georgia Gwinnett. As Bailey Martin, the right-handed hitting first baseman, digs in, takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Martin, senior to South Rockwood, Michigan. 0-1. Misses upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Again, the misses upstairs, folks, are not missing by much. That is a go-to pitch for Jarvis. Simply the Crusaders are not chasing it above the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jarvis working on Martin. Delivers in, swing and a miss from Martin. Jarvis ahead 1-2. Jarvis with 3 consecutive complete game shutouts in the opening round just a week ago. Trying to continue that streak this way in Columbus, Georgia. 1-2, swing and a miss from Martin. A foot stomp and a fist pump from Jarvis. Another 0 goes up in the second. We head to the third. No score from Columbus, Georgia at the NAIA World Series. In the books, we got no scores. We head to the top of the third inning. Grizzlies, the visitors on the scoreboard here. 2 of the best pitchers in the country going toe-to-toe in Mason Schlond for Madonna and Annalise Jarvis for Georgia Gwinnett. Logan Holler's going to lead things off for the Grizzlies. 9-1-2 due up here in the top of the third. First pitch from Schlond on the way. Goes away. Hits on the outside part. Aller in a hole 0-1. Logan Aller, the left fielder in her senior season, wearing number 7 out of Macon, Georgia, was one of 5 Grizzlies announced to a pretty prestigious list earlier this week. Schlond delivers in. Aller fouls that one off 0-2. The Daktronics Scholar Athlete Award list was announced by the NAIA office earlier this week. 5 Grizzlies had a GPA of 3.5 or higher and have competed at least 1 full season in their respective sport. And Logan Aller is on that list. Pretty impressive stuff for the senior. Just graduated about a week and a half ago. 0-2. Now misses upstairs for a ball, 1-2. You got Chloe Goins, Logan Aller, Angelica Gallegos, Molly Peacock, and Annalise Jarvis. So congratulations on that well-deserved recognition and a 3.5 GPA or better. 1-2. Aller turns this one around. Shallow right field. Thomas, the second baseman, going back. She'll change terrains with her cleats and make the catch in the grass for out number 1. So one time through the lineup for the Grizzlies, just 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a base hit. But they put it in play versus Mason Schlond, who averages a little bit more than 1 strikeout an inning. So can the Grizzlies make the adjustment the second time to the lineup? We go back to the top for Kayla Good. Good started in 3 games in postseason play, 2 for 10 with a double and RBI. Puts this one in play. Deep in the hole at short. Rosewood fires across the infield. Not in time. Kayla Good turns on the Jets and beats out an infield single. Grizzlies have a runner aboard with 1 out. Kayla Good 1 for 3 versus Eastern Oregon in Game 5 that opening round, and now picks up her first base hit in the World Series. And so now this will bring up the bat of Clutch Chloe. It comes as a nickname and a slogan, but folks, I've got some stories here to back it up. 1 out and a runner aboard. Goins takes the first pitch for a tough strike 0-1. Chloe Goins was a walk-off base hit versus Ave Maria at the NFCA Classic here in Columbus back in 2022. She had a home run in the opening round versus Milligan in 2021, and on the same day hit a second home run versus Rio Grande in the opening round. 0-1 offering. Goins, healthy hack at that one. Swings right through the rise ball. 0-2. She had the pivotal outfield assist in the opening round against Coastal Georgia last year in 2023 that forced extra innings. And then, of course, had the RBI sacrifice fly versus Eastern Oregon in Game 5 of this year's opening round that pushed Georgia Gwinnett forward in the winner's bracket. Goins puts this one toward the shoe tops of Coach Cat. Stays alive in the at-bat, 0-2. And I think for Georgia Gwinnett, who's lacked some offensive firepower as of recently, I think you're going to get something to click for Chloe Goins, Lindsey Owens, Haley Robinson, Morgan McQuaid, and McKenna Calcott. Right through the middle of that order, it's going to have to produce some runs in order for GDC to be successful in their pursuit of a national championship. 0-2, Goins hacks right through that one, and a good pitch from Sloan. Picks up her third strikeout, and there's out number 2 in the third. And so good, not a whole lot of data to support her ability. Hangs out over at first, is 2 for 2 on the season in stolen bases. Lindsey Owens now the hitter with 2 outs and a runner aboard. Sloan will deliver. Misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Now misses upstairs for a ball. Back pick down to good. She slides in safely. All right, Owens. Ahead in the count now, at least 1-0. Lindsey Owen, first-team All-American from a year ago. Second on GGC's all-time stolen base list at 105 behind the legendary career of Nikki Cook. And it's 40 of 40 in the stolen base category this season. 2-0. Now misses upstairs for a ball, 3-0. Owen scored the go-ahead run versus Coastal Georgia in that championship game of the opening round a year ago. Then you guessed it, scored that game-winning walk-off run versus Eastern Oregon in 2024. 3-0. Owens with a good eye. Schlon delivers in. Taking all the way as Owen there. Count down 3-1. Georgia Gwinnett team hitting just .256 as a unit, averaging 3.7 runs per contest. They found enough magic to win the Lawrenceville bracket. Can they find that magic again here in Columbus, Georgia? 3-1. That one taken low for a ball, and Owens, no doubt about it, will take the walk down to first. Back-to-back walks for Lindsey Owens in 2 at-bats. Good. Hangs out at second. Owen occupies the bag at first. And now Haley Robinson will try to get some birthday magic going for the Grizzlies. Happy birthday to Haley Robinson. Well, the Grizzlies shortstop, who ended the regular season on a 4-game hitting streak versus Coastal Georgia and Lindsey Wilson. First pitch swinging here. Fouls this one up and out of play. Count 0-1. But since we went from regular season to postseason, Robinson has struggled just a little bit. Just 1 for 12 in the month of May and 0 for 5 in the opening round. We're going to need Robinson to get something going here in Columbus. Mason Sloan will deliver in. Robinson turns this around, shot down the left field line, but it's twisting foul. So no balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners aboard for the second time for the Grizzlies. They got 2 runners on in the first. They got 2 runners on here in the third. Can we change their fortune after getting 2 of them stranded in the first? 0-2. Robinson fists this one in play. Third baseman Biggett going back. Rosewitz calls her off and will make the catch for out number 3. So Georgia Gwinnett threatens in the first and the third, but gets nothing out of it. We got no scores. We go to the home half. Crusaders coming up to the bat next on the Grizzly Digital Network.
You return all foul balls to the tournament committee, located directly behind home plate. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, bottom of the third inning we go. The Crusaders will send the 8, 9, and 1 spot to the lineup to the plate. Ella Thomas will lead things off, followed by Faith Paschke, and then back to the top of the lineup with Alyssa Gaither.
Second baseman, number 2, Ella Thomas.
So Ella Thomas, the left-handed hitting second baseman, wearing number 2, will jump into the left-handed batter's box. Takes the first pitch right into the mid of Gallegos for a strike 0-1. Thomas, a freshman out of Woodhaven, Michigan. Jarvis going right back to work here in the bottom of the third. Second pitch on the way. Now misses off the plate. Set up pitch 1-1. Madonna, head coached by Ron Perzoni. He was a baseball player that's on the all-century team at EKU. Got into the coaching business in Michigan as a high school softball coach and was very successful. Then he became an assistant coach at Madonna for 2 years and was part of that World Series team as an assistant in 2021. And now he's in his third season as the head coach, and this is a hungry bunch of Crusaders. They won the WAC last year, but was shipped to Williamsburg, Kentucky for the opening round. They got to that championship round of the opening round a year ago, but lost to University of the Cumberlands. 1-2 from Georges. This one turned around to the right field. Good giving it chase, and she'll camp out underneath it to make the catch for out number 1. And so a ton of returning seniors for the Crusaders back in 2024 and a hungry group, including their starting pitcher. Along with 7 starters, their goal was to get to the World Series and beyond. Well, here they are. They took care of business as a 2 seed in the Sioux Center bracket. Took down Northwestern Iowa twice on Championship Thursday. And now they find themselves in the 8-9 matchup with Georgia Gwinnett here at the World Series. So Thomas is retired. This brings up Faith Paschke, the left-handed hitting center fielder, wearing number 10. Paschke, slap hitter down at the bottom of the lineup, freshman out of Allen Park, Michigan. One-0. Gallegos frames that one up beautifully there on the outside corner, count 1-1. Again, the scouting report is in full effect here. Crusaders stand off the high stuff. Jarvis having to make the adjustment on the outside part. 0-1. Back to the outside part. Finds the mid of Gallegos for a strike. 0-2. This Madonna team beat Grandview in game 1 of the opening round. They lost to that top seed Northwestern Iowa. 0-2 offering. This was poked into play to left. Logan Aller coming on and making the catch for out number 2. They lost that first round game. That first round, that's not the word here. They won the first contest versus Grandview. Then in the second matchup of the bracket, the first time they were placed in Northwestern Iowa, they lost a back-and-forth contest 3-2. Then they saved off elimination and won 3 straight games to punch their ticket to the World Series. They went the hard way of doing it, going 4-1. Back to the top of the lineup for Alyssa Gaither. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Jarvis spins that ball in her hip, puts it in her glove, now heaves it toward the plate, misses upstairs poorly. Count even at 1-1. Gaither, a 3-year starter, 147 games started, a career .338 hitter. Her best season has been this season, a .418 average with 49 RBIs and 56 runs scored. This one's looped into shallow right center field. It drops down for a base hit in that Bermuda Triangle between Talcott, Goins, and Good. Gaither will be aboard, be the second base hit of the ballgame.
Regan Finkbeiner.
So with a runner aboard and 2 outs, this will bring up Reagan Finkbeiner. Finkbeiner, part of this talented freshman class that Coach Ron Pizzoni has brought into the program. 3 members find themselves in this starting lineup. First pitch swinging here. Morgan McQuaig drifts into foul territory, calls everybody off, and makes the catch to retire Finkbeiner for out number 3. So That'll do it for the Crusaders. They get a 2-out base knock and leave them stranded on the base path. We get a pitcher's duel. We played 3. We got no score on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Fine Designs is the official championship apparel provider of the NAIA. Please visit www.naiapparel.com to place your custom apparel order. Again, www.naiapparel.com to place your custom apparel order. Leading off for Georgia Gwinnett, third baseman, number 5, Morgan Mich.
3 innings are in the books. Line scores are identical. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for these 2 pitchers. Annalise Jarvis, 4 strikeout performance on no walks. And on the other circle, it's Mason Schlond with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. So we got 2 of the best pitchers in the country going toe-to-toe at the World Series. And I promised to our Grizzly Digital Network audience, that's not a theme that's going to carry throughout this World Series. I know I said that last week in the opening round, and I'm saying it again here in the first game. Not everyone has quality pitching. Now, quality pitching will carry you to the World Series, but these are truly 3 of the best 5 pitchers in the country Georgia Gwinnett has been a part of over the last 3 games. 2 against Eastern Oregon and now 1 versus Madonna. Morgan McQuaid's going to lead things off. First pitch hits for a strike. Second one misses for a ball, 1-1. McQuaig, been a winner her whole life, part of the Atlanta Vipers travel ball team, even won a GSHA state championship as a flag football player. Was an all-state softball player in her own right her senior season, has burst onto the scenes here in Lawrenceville in her first year as an everyday starting third baseman. McQuaig will continue her winning ways after putting the Grizzlies on the bus to Columbus, Georgia. She gets off that bus today and delivers a leadoff base hit for Georgia Gwinnett in the 4th. We are seeing Morgan McQuaig and Morgan's moments and some winning opportunities shine right in front of her eyes. And so McQuaig will be over at the bag at first with nobody out. McQuaig, 18 of 18 on the season, the stolen bases. Talcott in the left-handed batter's box. She's bunted once. Will she get the bunt sign again? First pitch, McQuaig offers at it. Talcott offers at it. We get a stolen base attempt by McQuaig, and she's thrown out of the bag at second. So Talcott showed bunt. Ming throws a strike down to second, and McQuaig is wiped off the base path with caught stealing for out number 1. So trying to figure out the pitch. It was a ball, count 1-0. So the Grizzlies get the leadoff base runner erased off the base path. Talcott swings at the second one, I should say, fouls it off 1-1. Talcott had a 7-game hitting streak snapped in that last game versus Eastern Oregon in the opening round. She's got 12 hits in her last 22 at-bats, including 5 RBIs and 5 runs scored. I'd have to give her the crown of the hottest bat in this Grizzly lineup at the moment. 1-1. Misses upstairs, make it 2-1. Grizzlies in their 4th World Series appearance behind Kat Eilenberg. They went back-to-back in 18 and 19, and now they've gone back-to-back in 23-24. 2-1 offering. Talcott checked her swing, didn't go, doesn't matter, pitch is a strike, it's even at 2-2. Schlond in from the left. Schlond in from the right. Talcott in from the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch misses away. As Talcott now works to count full at 3-2. Got a pretty sizable audience here. Everybody's squeezed in behind home plate trying to find some shade. The sun has exposed some perimeter bleachers that's quite vacant. Talcott loops this one toward those vacant bleachers above each respective dugouts. Count remains the same at 3-2. We have got a very eerie, similar feeling in the pitcher's duel of Georgia Gwinnett versus Eastern Oregon, especially that Game 5 matchup. Talcott takes a screwball up and in for ball 4, and the Grizzlies have a base runner aboard with one out.
First baseman, number 12, Jane Hoover.
Grizzlies faced Kaylee Parsons in that Game 5 at Lawrenceville bracket matchup, in which they won 2-0. Grizzlies would get a couple base runners on, but couldn't capitalize. They got that 2 spot with a run in the 4th and the 5th. Annalise Jarvis batting down the hatches the last 6 outs, and the Grizzlies move forward. We got a very similar feeling to that game to this game. Schlon now faces Jane Hoover, with Denise Hoover in the chat. Again, if it's a thing, stranded in California. They had flight plans to make it near Columbus, but Mother Nature rained on their parade in Dallas, Texas. And so to the Hoover family, we hope you can get out here, but I'm glad to have you here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Second pitch, that one tattoos the mitt for a strike, 0-2. Schlon got a little velocity, but really commands his zone quite well, moving it left and right, and every now and then moving it up. Schlon will deliver in, 0-2 offering, misses upstairs. Back pick down to first. Talcott standing on the bag. Count 1-2. Talcott not the biggest threat to steal. 9 for 11 on the year in the robbery category. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Schlon delivers. Hoover takes that one for strike 3. Right on the outside corner. It's not Hoover's pitch to hit, but that is a quality executed pitch with 2 strikes for Schlon. Picks up her 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Now this passes the bat to Angelica Gallegos. And if you want an underdog story to keep an eye on, pay attention to number 18. Because we talked about the Grizzlies returning a ton of talent and experience from that World Series team a year ago. Don't forget what Gallegos did in Columbus in 2023. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. You got to remember, Gallegos was supposed to be the starting shortstop to start the year. It didn't pan out for her here, and she did not pick up a start in the month of April. Just 5 pinch hit at bats a year ago. Then got thrown into the World Series at third base for the injured Madison Rogers. And oh, by the way, Gallegos went 3 for 8 with an RBI 2 run at the World Series. And so now, fast forward a year later, she's our everyday catcher, hanging out down here in the 8 spot. Can Gallegos turn that World Series experience from a year ago into some productivity this year? 1-1, fouls it straight back, jumped all over that pitch, had a good look at it. It's now 1-2. We're in the top of the 4th inning. We've got no score. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Talcott's the runner over at first. Gallegos is the hitter. Mason Schlon, the best pitcher out of the WAC the last 2 years inside the circle. 1-2. Gallegos puts it in play towards short. Fielded by Rakowicz. She pumps fake, hesitates. They bang her out at first. However, we're definitely going to get a look at this replay here. First base umpire punches out Gallegos, and it wasn't even close. Coach Katz trying to hold up the party. She's going to talk to the home plate umpire, and here comes your second challenge of the day. Rosewicz caught the ball and absolutely just paused. Like, I don't know what she was thinking, but she just paused as if the first baseman and Martin wasn't covering the bag. Well, that huge pause allowed Gallegos to get down to the bag over at first. And there's no doubt in my mind in live action she was safe. And I've got a couple dozen of my closest friends sitting right below me that agree with me. So it was maybe just a fun opportunity to challenge the bang-bang play of Talcott in the second. This is a real challenge that the Grizzlies are probably going to get overturned. And so what was the third out of the inning for Gallegos? Coach Cat is challenging the call at first that Gallegos was safe. If she is, there's runners on the corners and 2 outs. In the meantime, Ron Perzoni is talking things over with the third base umpire. Coach Cat and Coach I stand just outside the left-hander batter's box, and we are awaiting to see if this inning will continue or not. Debbie Duncan, Papa Polar Bear, Ham Radio, everyone's tuned in here listening to the Grizzly Digital Network. Glad to have everybody aboard. Live from Columbus, Georgia at R.G. Jones Field for the 2024 NAIA Softball World Series. The Grizzlies got here on Tuesday. One game has already been final. Jessup beats the defending national champion Southern Oregon 5-4 in the 7-10 matchup. I will say, in terms of what is on the line here, the winner of this contest between Madonna and Georgia Gwinnett will play tomorrow night, 7 p.m. under the lights at the World Series against Our Lady of the Lake, the number 1 seed. Meanwhile, the loser of this contest will have to play quickly tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And again, they'll face the loser of our next game between Cumberlands and Oregon Tech. So a second challenge issued by Coach Cat in the top of the 4th inning. There's 2 outs. We're trying to decide if the inning is over or if we will continue play here in the top of the 4th. Home plate umpire has emerged out of his cocoon, along with the first base umpire, by the way. He will parade out in front of the bag over at first, just to the right of the circle. And the challenge has been reversed.
It's overturned. The runner is safe.
So Gallegos is safe over at first after the challenge has been overturned. There's 2 outs in the inning. By the way, Talcott hustled all the way over to third. And the Grizzlies got a little juice going in the top of the 4th. There's 2 outs, and Logan Aller should be your hitter. Now, again, Ron Perzoni will talk things over with the home plate umpire, and they're trying to decide if Talcott should be awarded third base or not. And so it's the right call, or at least the right question for Perzoni to ask if Talcott gets third or if she's got to go back to second. But a quick explanation from the home plate umpire says it is indeed first and third, 2 outs. Logan Allers is the hitter. So where were you in 2024 when the Grizzlies won their first reversal of a replay challenge? I know where I was. So 2 outs. Sloan now working on Aller, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch. Swung on. This one's looped toward the third baseman. Biggett's going to glove it in the air, and the Crusaders get out of the inning. So a fly ball out recorded to the infield for out number 3. Leaves 2 runners aboard for Georgia Gwinnett. We've got no score. We head to the home half of the 4th here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Leading off for Madonna. Shortstop, number 21, Ashley.
All right, home half of the 4th inning. We got no score here. Grizzlies have threatened in the first, the third, and now in the 4th offensively, but haven't gotten anything out of it. In the meantime, Annalise Jarvis has struck out 4, walked none. She'll face the heart of the lineup here, 3, 4, and 5 in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch into Ashley Rosowitz, the shortstop. It's for a strike 0-1. Again, there is some pop in this Crusader lineup, and it happens right here in the 3, 4, and 5 spots. One ball, one strike. Jarvis working on Rosowitz. That one fouled up and out of play. Count 1-2. Rosowitz, a little bit of pop in that bat. Hitting in the 3 spot. 313 hitter. Season cycle with 9 doubles, 5 triples, and 1 home run. Jarvis climbs the ladder and misses 2-2. This one put into play. Fly ball right side, Hoover in foul territory. She'll make the catch above her head for out number 1. So Rosowitz is retired.
Designated player number 27, Jessica Dunkel.
So 1 gone. This brings it to DP and Jessica Dunkel. Sensational sophomore campaign. 411 hitter and slugging .540. Inside pitch just misses 1-0. Dunkel to DP. Big time home run in the opening round, game 1 versus Grandview with the team trailing 3-1. It sparked the comeback. Then a single in the 4th of the if necessary game versus Northwestern Iowa. And it was her pinch runner, Lucy Bennon, who would score the lone run against Northwestern in the if necessary game and punch the ticket for the Crusaders to the World Series. Swing and a miss. Jarvis delivers to Dunkel. Gets on the board 2-1. Dunkel, second on the team in average at .411. 13 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Swing and a miss. Climbs the ladder there. Jarvis goes north of the zone. Dunkel chases it. It's now 2-2. This is a big momentum shift right here after Georgia Gwinnett won the replay challenge. But then 1 pitch later left 2 runners on base for the 3rd time in this contest. Crusaders have a chance to get some momentum back in their favor with the heart of the lineup. Jarvis wants no part of that whatsoever. Dunkel will get frozen on the outside screwball for out number 2. 5 strikeouts for the Grizzly ace. Annalise Jarvis, a 25 scoreless inning streak for the Grizzlies in postseason play. Yet to give up a run. First pitch into Mackenzie Ming. Misses for a ball 1-0. Ming's the one that's the most dangerous with the bat. A team best 10 home runs. Team best 19 doubles. Give her credit for a triple as well. Jarvis stays up and away. Misses. It's now 2-0. Ming has blossomed in her second season in a Crusader uniform. First team all-conference selection. Raised her average 115 points from a year ago to 379. Takes a screwball on the outside part for a strike, 2-1. Jarvis awaits a sign from Gallegos. We get interrupted on a message from the dugout. Now we're ready to go 2-1. This one's turned around. Big fly to left. Aller going back. It's going back. Tattoos the wall. It stays in the park. Aller recovers, and it's a 2-out slam double for Mackenzie Ming. It's her 20th double of the season. She missed a home run by about 4 feet.
Number 6, Emily Biggin.
And so the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Crusaders will put a runner in scoring position for the first time today. So much like the opening round, Ming's in scoring position with the game on the line. And Ron Perzoni will go to the lineup card and get another pinch runner here. This time it's Amanda Strong. So Strong an upgrade in the speed category with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Both these programs feel like 1 run is enough with their aces inside the center circle. So Strong
number 24, Amanda Strong,
is at second. Emily Biggett's the hitter. the left-handed hitting third baseman. 345 mark on the season, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs. First pitch misses up and in for a ball, 1-0. Bigot, a big-time bop in the first matchup with Northwestern Iowa in the opening round to tie the game at 2. She went 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs in that contest to force the if necessary game. Swing and a miss there. Counts 1-1. In that if necessary game, and what was a tie contest, it was Bigot's at bat was the difference in the ball game. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Climbs a ladder, does Jarvis, and Bigot chases it. Check this out. Bigot almost hit into ending double play, but Northwestern's first baseman bobbled the throw, and the pinch runner from second scored for the lone go-ahead run for the Crusaders to win 1-0 and punch their ticket to the World Series. Both these teams, Georgia Gwinnett and Madonna, played and won 1-0 contest to win the opening round and get to the World Series. And both of them find themselves in very similar circumstances again at the World Series. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside pitch. Got her looking! Annalise Jarvis with another foot stomp and a fist pump. Picks up her 6th strikeout. Strong is left stranded at second. And Bigot is dumbfounded, headed back to the dugout as Jarvis takes down the Crusaders in the 4th. 0-0 ball game. We head to the 5th here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Check out the capabilities of the Huddle Focus Camera at www.huddle.com. Huddle, a proud partner with the NAIA. Leading off for Georgia Gwinnett's right fielder, number 1, Kayla Good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the top of the 5th inning. We've got no score here, but it's the top of the lineup coming up for Georgia Gwinnett. Good, Goins, and Owen will lead things off for Georgia Gwinnett. We got ourselves a pitching duel once again. Mason Sloan going toe-to-toe with Annalise Jarvis. Sloan, first pitch. Up and in, misses for a ball, 1-0. Kayla Good's numbers on the season are limited, but they look like this. A .227 hitter, a lone double, 3 RBIs, and 6 runs scored in 20. Swing and a miss, swings right through it there. Count even at 1-1. This is the first meeting all time between Georgia Gwinnett and Madonna. Both are both programs have multiple trips to the World Series. But located in the north part of Michigan and the metro Atlanta area, their paths haven't crossed too many times. Matter of fact, this is the first time. They haven't crossed paths ever before. 2-1 here. Good. Worked up against Sloan. That one misses up and in. 3-1 count now to the Grizzly leadoff batter. Kayla Good was 1 for 3 in that game versus Eastern Oregon in the first matchup with the Mountaineers. 3-1, Sloan has Good. Healthy hack there, fouls it off. It's now 3-2. Ballpark not big by any stretch, but I don't think there's going to be too many accidental home runs. 200 even down the lines and 220 to dead center. Solid little 7-foot fence of the temporary variety all the way around. 3-2 offering. Sloan, payoff pitch. Good, loops this one in the air towards short. It'll be called off by Biggett, the third baseman, and she'll make the catch. For out number 1.
Chloe Goins.
Georgia Gwinnett has had multiple base runners on the base path in the first, third, and fourth inning, but yet to get somebody home to score. Chloe. First pitch to Goins, misses upstairs, 1-0. Could use the senior's ability to find her way on the base path. Normally, Chloe steps up in big-time moments to score the runs or stop the runs. Can she get herself on the base path to 1 by score? Goins on the season, a 230 or 3 doubles, 1-2. Schlon delivers. That one's underneath the knob of the bat, misses in, now 2-2. We've got a warm one here in Columbus. I don't think it's hot by any stretch, but it is warm. Lots of perspiration down there on the field. We're in the mid to upper 80s. 2-2. Swung on, hard ground ball over the bag, over third. It's a foul ball. A foul ball issued by the home plate umpire.
Now batting center fielder number 10, Faith Pesky.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, bottom of the 5th inning. We still got no score. A quick recap here. In the top of the 5th, Kayla Good flew out to third. Chloe Goins flew out to third. And Lindsay Owen grounded out to third. So that was your top of the 5th inning. And now here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Bailey Martin flies out to short. And Ella Thomas delivers on a single. So you're all caught up now. We're in the bottom of the 5th. No score. Both teams with 4 hits. Thomas is aboard first, and this will bring up the 9-hole hitter in Faith Pesky. Pesky, first pitch swinging, flies out to Morgan McQuaig over at third for out number 2. And so again, a little bubble in the bandwidth there. So we got bumped offline. We should be reconnected. The text messages are flying in, and we're back on air. So thanks for everybody being patient and staying with us here on the Grizzly Digital Network from Columbus, Georgia, the NAIA World Series. So 2 outs and a runner at first is Thomas. We're in the bottom of the 5th, no score. Alyssa Gaither is the leadoff batter for the Crusaders, who's hitting with 2 outs. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Swung on this one, foul territory. Hoover giving it a chase against her own dugout, but pushes that one up and out of play. Count even at 1-1. I am back indeed. Thanks again, everybody, for being patient with us here. Including Haley Ingram. It's our second alum that's tuned in here. Gracie Hogg and Haley Ingram. Always great to hear from our alum. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Jarvis working on Gaither with a runner over at first. 1-1 offering. Off-speed pitch. Misses upstairs. Throw down to second. Tag applied underneath the tag will be the stolen base of Ella Thomas. First stolen base of the day for the Crusaders. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position for Gaither. All conference hitter. Jarvis misses up and away, making it now 3-1. This is one of the most experienced players on this Madonna roster. In her 3rd year of the program, was recruited on the premise of bringing the Crusaders program back to the World Series. And here she is, find herself reaching those goals. 3-1, fouls it off, now it's full. This is the 6th trip all-time for the Madonna softball program, but they hit it hard with a 1994 trip to the World Series and then pretty heavy in 2009, 2010, 2012, and most recently in 2021. Payoff pitch misses up and away. Gaither's aboard. First walk issued by Jarvis will put runners at first and second. So as everyone slides to the edge of their seats, the Crusaders have 2 runners aboard in the bottom of the 5th in a 0-0 ball game. This is the 2-hole hitter and Reagan Finkenbeiner. Jarvis, first pitch, misses upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Finkenbeiner, 360 hitter, 6 doubles, 4 triples, no home runs, 35 RBIs and 49 runs scored. And we get a paceful walk by Ashley Razy up out of the first base dugout. Grizzly pitching coach is going to talk things over with the battery mates of Jarvis and Gallegos. Maybe a little revisit of the scouting report here, perhaps an adjustment on Finkenbeiner. A reliable freshman, was the newcomer of the year out of the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. A first-team all-conference selection in her own right. Going up against the reigning NAIA Pitcher of the Year and certainly a nominee to be Pitcher of the Year again in 2024. Jarvis has the lowest ERA of any pitcher at this level, 0.52. And so the first real threat for the Crusaders comes in the bottom of the 5th. Finkenbeiner 0 for 2 today versus Jarvis, behind 1-0. That one hits the mid of Gallegos for a strike, 1-1. Things are even on the scoreboard, 0-0, but the Crusaders will have the last at-bat. This one, the bottom of the 5th. 1-1, swung on, popped up. McQuaig will keep her cleats into clay, make the catch, and head toward the dugout. Jarvis pitches her way out of the jam and throws up another 0. 5 innings are in the books. We're locked in 0-0 here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
National Rental Car, the official rental car company of the NAIA. And Front Rush, the official recruiting software provider of the NAIA. Please visit www.frontrush.com. Leading off for Georgia Gwinnett, shortstop number 8, Haley Robinson.
5 innings are in the books. Line scores are identical. No runs, 4 hits, no errors. Annalise Jarvis, 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. Her counterpart, Mason Sloan, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. First time the Crusaders threatened was in the bottom of the 5th. Grizzlies have threatened in 3 of the 5 innings. Can they keep that going in the 6th? Haley Robinson will lead things off. First pitch misses away for a ball, 1-0. We've got a very similar feeling that we do in the opening round. Is 1 run enough to win? If that answer is yes, how are you going to score that run? Robinson's trying to be that answer. Misses upstairs for a ball. It's now 2-0 to the Grizzly shortstop. We get an appeal down to first, and not sure why. That wasn't even close on the check swing. Robinson 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a fly out to short. What a memory she'd make if she could deliver a base hit and potential the go-ahead run on her birthday. We get back-to-back birthday Grizzlies. Yesterday, Kendall Parks. Today, Haley Robinson. Schlon finds the strike zone there on a token fastball, 2-1. Schlon spins that ball on her hip, puts it in the glove, puts that glove above her face, and now delivers home. Misses high with the rise ball. Now 3-1. Robinson, .230 hitter on the season, 6 doubles, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, and 23 runs scored. .3-1 offering. This one's in foul territory, caught by the third baseman and Bigot.
Now batting third baseman number 5, Morgan McQuaig.
Grizzlies have not had too many well-struck balls out of the infield. Got a couple of fly balls caught by infielders in the outfield grass, but that is about it. We got an infield single by Kayla Good. We had an infield single by Angelica Gallegos. And you had a bouncing base hit through the left side of the infield by Morgan McQuaig, and that's who's hitting here with 1 out and a 6. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Second pitch from Schlon. This one's a bouncer, left side. Buggett can't get to it. Throw by Rosewitz. And McQuaig's called safe. A bang play goes the Grizzlies' way. And now everyone in Crusader Blue is staring at head coach Ron Perzoni if now he is going to issue his first challenge. No movement out of the Madonna dugout, and there is a ton of eyeballs on that third base side right now asking for a replay challenge. McKenna Talcott is your hitter. Home plate umpire's telling Talcott to get in the batter's box here. It is an awkward moment of hesitation for the Crusaders. The catcher and Ming still stands behind the plate, and the home plate umpire is trying to get him to get going. Now we're ready to go here. Schlon working on Talcott. First pitch. Hits the outside part for a strike, 0-1. I'll put it to you this way. Coach Katz replay challenge in the second. McKenna Talcott was out, but it was fun to issue the challenge. That bang play with McQuaig was closer than what Talcott's was in the second. And I mean that in favor of the Crusaders. They got a better case to challenge that, and they didn't. Passed on the opportunity. Rise ball misses there to Talcott. Counts even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out with a runner at first. McQuaig, good speed, but was caught stealing back in the fourth. Don't know if she'll test Ming's arm again. One offering. Talcott takes that one for a ball, 2-1, gets ahead in the count. Big opportunity here for Georgia Gwinnett. They have threatened, but not been dangerous. Two-one offering. McCalcott loops this one down the left field line, but foul. Beyond the range of Finkbeiner. And now things are even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. I'm having a very similar feeling that we had in that last game of the opening round. Now, we were somewhat destined for extra innings in this pitcher's duel, but the Grizzlies found a way to win in the bottom of the 7th to win walk-off fashion. We're not going to win in walk-off fashion here because we're the visitors, but it's a very similar feeling in back-to-back games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Talcott takes that one upstairs for a ball. It's now 3-2. 0 activity in either of these bullpens. Talcott, 346 hitter on the season. Double and a triple. 9 RBIs and 16 runs scored. 3-2. Swung on. Base hit right back up the middle. McQuaid's going to hustle into the bag at second as Pesky gets to it pretty quickly. Back-to-back singles for Georgia Gwinnett. Puts multiple runners on the base path once again. Grizzlies had 2 runners on in the first, 2 runners on in the third, 2 runners on in the fourth, and now we got 2 more runners on in the 6th. And the opportunity presents itself for Jane Hoover. So Jane Hoover is presented the opportunity Georgia Gwinnett has had one out and runners at first and second multiple times now. Yet to get anybody home. Can Hoover change that? Healthy hack at the first one. Got a good pitch to hit and took a good swing at it. Just missed. 0-1. If one run is enough, how do you score it? Aggression RBI would do the trick here. 0-1. Change up there issued by Swan, and a nice job by Hoover to lay off of it. 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Schlond delivers in. Drop ball there. Dropped right into the zone. 1-2. Hoover in a 2-strike count is 0 for 2 today. Ground out to second and a strikeout looking. Schlond winds and fires. 1-2. Hoover turns this one around. It's over the shortstop's head. Dropped down for a base hit. Quick stop sign from McQuaig as the throw comes into third. Station to station go the Grizzlies. 3 consecutive singles for Georgia Gwinnett will load up the bases with one out. And here's your under-the-radar story. And Angelica Gallegos will come to the plate with the bases loaded and one out. McQuaig occupies third. Talcott second. Hoover over at first. As Ron Perzoni, in his third year as the head coach for the Crusaders, will come have a meeting of the minds inside the center circle. We get a Grizzly offensive meeting on the third base side. This Crusader team brought back a ton of talent last year that was one game short of the opening round. Their motivation was to bust through that barrier and get back to the World Series for the first time since 2021. Well, here they are at the World Series. They have not faced too much adversity on the season. 52-4 record on the year. They went clean slate, 22-0 through conference play. They bumped their heads in the opening round after a loss to Northwestern Iowa, but won 3 elimination games in a row. The last one of the 1-0 variety. Now here they are at the World Series. One out and the bases loaded. Gallegos' first pitch swinging right through a fastball. 0-1. Bases loaded, one out. Gallegos with one of the Grizzlies' 6 singles today. Stands in the right-handed batter's box. 0-1, misses upstairs, 1-1. Gallegos, with World Series appearance, was thrown into the fire last year playing third for an injured Madison Rogers. She went 3 for 8 with an RBI and 2 runs scored at the World Series. That was last year. This is now. 1-1. Fouled off. Make it 1-2. The swing and a miss by Gallegos, and that foul ball, she is right on top of the timing for Georgia Gwinnett. Good speed with McQuaig at third. Talcott good speed at second. Hoover bringing up the rear over at first. Bases loaded, one out. You can trade an out for a run. The Crusader infield is drug on the infield path. 1-2. Schlond delivers. Gallegos chases upstairs, swing and misses. Schlond did a great job of using Gallegos' aggressiveness against her and picks up a big-time strikeout for route number 2. So now the odds switches to Madonna's favor. It'll be Logan Aller, the senior out of McDonough, Georgia, with a chance to drive in a clutch run. Righty-on-righty matchup with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. First pitch hits for a strike, 0-1. Aller 0 for 2 today. Pair infield flies. Schlond delivers in, misses in. Even at 1-1. Schlond has amassed the 100 pitch mark so far. Endurance is not an issue for the starter for the Crusaders. She has thrown over 250 innings on the season. There almost is no other option out of the bullpen for Madonna. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the Grizzlies, 1-1 count. Aller turns one around down the left field line. It's got a chance, but it's fouled by just a couple of inches. 18 inches at the most is the difference from the Grizzlies having the lead, and it's still remaining tied. McQuaid was on the move. Talcott was on the move. Hoover was on the move too, but instead, Logan Aller will retreat back to the plate. Bases still loaded in a 1-2 count. Schlon versus Aller. Bases loaded. Top of the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schlon delivers. Aller fouls it off, stays alive in the at-bat. Logan Aller, a 179 hitter on the season with 2 doubles and 1 lone home run. That lone home run came here in Columbus, Georgia at the NFCA Classic earlier this season. Can Aller rekindle some of that magic with the bases loaded? 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schlon delivers. Swing and a miss. The 2-time WAC Pitcher of the Year comes up big for the Crusaders as the Grizzlies leave the bases loaded in the 6th. Half a dozen strikeouts now for Schlon. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tie ball game here in Columbus, Georgia on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Leading off for Madonna, shortstop number 21, Ashley Rosiewicz.
Bottom of the 6th inning we go. We got no score here. Game 2 of the NAIA World Series at R.G. Jones Field in Columbus, Georgia. Annalise Jarvis back inside the center circle for Georgia Gwinnett. She'll face the Crusader lineup of 3, 4, and 5. Rosiewicz, Dunkel, and Ming. This is the heart of the order for Madonna. They feel like they can score some runs even against the nation's best. Ashley Rosiewicz will take her first crack at it. Couple of pitches by Jarvis, misses away 2-0. Rosiewicz, wearing number 21, first team all-conference selection, has been a welcomed addition, part of this freshman class. 2-0, misses away. Jarvis, 3 consecutive pitches, all 3 missed the zone. Jarvis, token fastball there. I don't know where that missed. Home plate umpire says maybe up. And so it's a base on balls issued to Rosiewicz. As the Crusaders have a leadoff runner aboard for the first time today. And the odds typically go up when you can get that leadoff runner aboard and the likelihood of them scoring. So what was the best pitcher out of the WAC, and Mason Schlon pitches her way out of a jam. We might have to see Annalise Jarvis pitch her way out of a jam here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, Madonna, the home team on the scoreboard. As now we get Ron Pizzoni with the lineup card and a change. So we'll get a speed up runner over at first. This is Lucy Bennon. And she was the pinch runner that scored the lone run of the ball game for the Crusaders in the opening round versus Northwestern
Number 16.
Iowa in that if necessary game. It was a chaotic play. She scored all the way from second on what would have been an inning-ending double play. But Northwestern Iowa botched the play over at first. She slid in safely in front of the tag, and the Crusaders won 1-0 and punched their ticket to the World Series. Now here Bennon occupies the bag over at first. Jessica Dunkel, the DP, in the cleanup spot. First pitch, she squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball, 1-0. Dunkel, not an ideal candidate to bunt because she can hit, but she's bunting here. It comes right back to Jarvis. She'll glove it, step and throw over to first. Talcott covering. Sacrifice bunt is successful for out number 1. So Dunkel again with her first sack bunt of the season, who slugs .540, gets down the bunt and pushes Benton in the scoring position. And now this pass the bat to Mackenzie Ming. Ming, a .712 slugging percentage, leads the team in doubles and home runs. An RBI opportunity presents itself for the catcher. She jumps into the right-handed batter's box with 1 out and runner in scoring position. First pitch from Garvis, hits for a strike 0-1. Ming, .379 hitter, 19 doubles, a triple, 10 home runs, 40 RBIs, and 33 runs scored. Second pitch, swing and a miss, foul tip into the mid of Gallegos. Ming in a hole 0-2. Ming, a first-team all-conference selection, also an all-defensive member, too, out of the WAC. We saw that arm on display earlier today. 0-2. Strike 3 right down the tube. Ming, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. She'll drag the bat back with her to the dugout for out number 2. Benning drops anchor at second with 2 outs now. This brings up Emily Biggett. Biggett 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts versus Jarvis. First pitch. Hits on the outside corner for a strike 0-1. Biggett, .345 hitter on the season. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the bottom of the 6th. Jarvis nibbles on the corner, just misses 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tie ball game with a runner at second. Biggett in a hole 1 and 2. One, 2. Swing and a miss. Jarvis takes down Biggett for the 3rd time today, and the Crusaders leave a runner in scoring position. We're locked in a scoreless contest. 6 innings are in the books. We head to the 7th on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Leading off for the Grizzlies.
Welcome back to Lawrenceville, Georgia. Excuse me. Gosh. Welcome back to Columbus, Georgia here. Old habits are hard to break. We head to the 7th inning in a tie ball game at 0-0. Big thanks to everyone who's climbed in to our live chat on the Grizzly Digital Network. Gracie Hall, Clint Julep, Debbie Duncan, Alyssa Melton, another alum in the house. Even our friend back in Lawrenceville, Shannon Stitcomb. I'm going to blame Shannon for that Lawrenceville reference because I saw his name on the chat, and we always see him in Lawrenceville at every single game. So shout out to Shannon. Glad to have you here, bud. Top of the 7th we go. We got no score. It's the top of the lineup. Do it for Georgia Gwinnett. Kayla Good will lead things off for the Grizzlies. 1, 2, and 3. Top of the lineup. Do up here for Kat Eilenberg. First pitch, swing and a miss from Good. Second one, swing and a miss, Good as well. So the Grizzlies with some 7th inning heroics in Lawrenceville to win the Lawrenceville bracket and punch their ticket to the World Series. Can they do it again at the World Series? 0-2 count. Schlon delivers in and Good fouls that one off. Count remains the same, 0-2. A tense atmosphere in Columbus, Georgia, between two of the best pitchers in the country, shutting down the opposition. We've got no score through 6 innings of work. Oh, 2, Good slaps this one in play, and a running effort in center from Pesky robs a base hit from Kayla Good and the Grizzlies.
Now batting center fielder number 2, Chloe Goings.
So Kayla Good hit it right on the screws, but right at the center fielder. And so now with 1 out, nobody aboard, this brings up Chloe Goins. First pitch into Goins, misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Goins 1 for 3 in this contest. Single, strikeout, and a flyout. The Crusader third baseman and Bigot has been busy with the glove. 1-0, that one misses low, make it 2-0. And so all things considered in the regular season and the conference tournament in the opening round, these two teams, all the numbers are dead even right now heading into the 7th. Chloe Goins popped up. Shortstop, Rosowitz has it, out number 2. I think this is the beauty of the game, right? You can be from Metro Atlanta. You can be from Northern Michigan. You can play in a conference that's competitive. You can play in a conference that rarely plays any conference games. You can host the opening round. You can go on the road to the opening round. And then there's all the opinions in between about who's better. Well, the fact of the matter is both these teams are very evenly matched. Their strengths are the same. Their weaknesses are the same. And so how do you manufacture runs? How do you win the ball games? How do you advance forward in the bracket? That's what both these teams are doing some soul searching right now. Lindsey Owen the hitter. First pitch hits for a strike. Second one fouled off. She's in a hole 0-2. Owens 0 for 1 today with a pair of walks. And again, when Lindsey Owens goes, as does the Grizzlies. Oh, 2. Misses away, 1-2. And again, if you're the Grizzlies looking for a scouting report on Schlong, there's not really a ceiling here. She is no stranger to going long distances in the contest. She's got 245 innings pitched coming into today. The next best pitcher only has 53 innings pitched. Owen slaps this one foul up and out of play to the left side. Count remains the same at 1-2. And most recently, in day 2 of the opening round just a week ago, in the loss to Northwestern Iowa, they had to turn right back around for the Crusaders and play against Bellevue. Schlon pitched in both contests 194 pitches on 14 Ks in the same day. Lindsey Owens takes that 1-2 offering and slaps a single through the left side of the infield as Lindsey Owens is aboard for Georgia Gwinnett, and this is a familiar feeling for Grizzly fans. Owen on the base path in the 7th of a 0-0 ball game. Owen, by the way, to close that thought on Schlon, she came back just a day later through 2 more complete games to defeat Northwestern Iowa twice to get to this World Series. Girl threw almost 400 pitches in 2 days. Extra innings today at the opener in the World Series isn't going to affect her too much. Haley Robinson, a birthday girl, digs in, takes the first pitch for a ball 1-0. Lindsey Owen and her 40 stolen bases sits over at first base with 2 outs in the 7th. Schlon delivers in. Owen stays close to the bag at first. Pitch misses for a ball. It's now 2-0 to Robinson. Grizzlies have out-hit the Crusaders in this contest 7-4, but if you can't score in the top half, you leave yourself vulnerable in the bottom half. Can the Grizzlies provide some late-game magic once again? 2-0 from Schlon. Misses up and away. Make it 3-0. It was this combination that bunted Owens into scoring position in the bottom of the 7th versus Eastern Oregon. Going to have a little different approaches here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs versus Madonna. 3-0. Schlon delivers. That one hits Haley Robinson right on the thigh. And so she'll drop the bat. What would have been ball 4. She'll have to earn it now with a hit by pitch. She'll trot on down the first.
Number 5, Morgan McQuaid.
So now 2 runners aboard. One of them is Owen in scoring position. And look who comes to the plate once again. The red shirt freshman in Morgan McQuaid. In the meantime, Cat Island goes to the lineup card. And we get the exchange for a couple of May birthdays. Kendall Parks will come run for Haley Robinson. Kendall's birthday was yesterday. Haley Robinson's was today. And so in the meantime, Pizzoni will go take a mound visit once again. But the stage is set here in the top of the 7th. There are 2 outs and 2 runners aboard for Georgia Gwinnett. Lindsey Owen is in scoring position once again for Morgan McQuaig. Cat Islandberg shoulder to shoulder with the redshirt freshman who a year ago was in this very dugout for Georgia Gwinnett in street clothes. Could not bring a bat, did not need a glove, but her base hit in the opening round sent her and the Grizzlies back on the bus, back to the World Series, back down I-85. And now, in back-to-back weeks, McQuaig has a chance to deliver the go-ahead run in the 7th.
Joining number 00, Kendall Parks.
Schlon the pitcher. McQuaig the hitter. 2 outs. First pitch. McQuaig takes it upstairs for a ball 1-0. On this season, a .303 hitter. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 15 RBIs, and 20 runs scored. Can you find another RBI out of the bat of Morgan McQuaig? 1-0. Schlon delivers. Misses upstairs, 2-0. McKenna Talcott awaits in the on-deck circle if she gets a chance. But right now, the stage is set. Can McQuaig do it again in the 7th? Schlon delivers. Inside pitch right underneath the knob of the bat for a strike, 2-1. Still a hitter's count for McQuaig, who has 5-5-5 tattooed on her left forearm. She wears number 5, hits in the 5 hole, and plays the 5 position for Georgia Gwinnett. Can she deliver 1 run again? 2-1. Same pitch, inside part, hits for a strike again. Another beautiful execution by Schlon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners aboard in the top of the 7th. Deuce is wild, trains are coming. Schlon versus McQuaig. Here it comes. Swung on, hit into center field. On comes Pesky, up underneath it. She'll make the catch and bring it with her for out number 3. So the Grizzlies once again threaten but get nothing out of it. The Crusaders come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th next in a tie ball game on the Grizzly Digital Network. Here we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Crusaders are the home team on the scoreboard. And this is the difference between being the visitors in a tie ball game and being the home team in a tie ball game. You feel like you always have a shot to win it. You feel like you have the advantage. Can the Crusaders capitalize on it? It'll be the bottom of the lineup here. Martin, Thomas, and Pesky scheduled to make appearances. Bailey Martin, the right-handed hitting first baseman, takes the first pitch for a strike 0-1. Neither one of these pitchers, Sloan or Jarvis, afraid of extra innings. Second pitch swung on, shallow center field. Chloe Goins comes on, makes the catch, out number 1. And so for Georgia Gwinnett, you desperately hope for 3 outs here in the bottom of every inning moving forward until you can score a run. Then you feel like you've got the confidence with Jarvis out there inside the center circle, even if you only get 1 run. Ella Thomas now the hitter. First pitch into Thomas, hits for a strike 0-1. I got to tell you, too, I know we've tracked Annalise Jarvis' 2-year career in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And we've seen her with the leg kick and the fist pump and the emotions. She showed it early, but she's been quite calm in this contest. Ella Thomas quite calm with the bat, too, delivers a base hit in the center field. So the Crusaders have the game-winning run aboard over at first with 1 out.
Batting center fielder number 10, Faith Pesky.
Jarvis with 8 strikeouts in this contest. She struck out Biggett in the 4th with a fist pump, and she struck out the side in the 2nd, and that obviously came with a foot stomp and a fist pump as well. But we've seen a different demeanor out of Jarvis today. Not as high-sprung and high energy. And I don't think that's a bad thing either, for the record. She has been very well in this contest. She has only allowed 3 runners to reach scoring position. That was at second. Nobody's got the third. Face Pesky's now the 9-hole hitter. Will come to the plate. Fouls the first one off 0-1. Again, the Crusaders only need 1 run here in the bottom of the 7th. It's aboard first in Ella Thomas. Jarvis delivers 0-1. Now misses low and away for a ball, 1-1. Pesky burst onto the scene in what's her freshman season on that Livonia, Michigan campus, and has played quite well. Swung on, fouled that one off, and now Jarvis evens things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. For Madonna. Two. Jarvis delivers in. Gallegos, beautiful frame there, but missed off the plate. Gallegos make that pitch look better than what it was, but it was close. Now it's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pesky 0 for 2 today. A pair of fly balls, 1 to left, 1 to third. 3-2. Swung on. Line drive right past the mitt of Talcott. We try to get the force out at second, but it's not in time. Thomas had to hold up initially halfway between first and second on the line drive. Goins got to it pretty quickly, but the bang-bang play goes the Crusaders' way. Back-to-back singles with 1 out in the 7th. So this is just the 4th runner in scoring position for Madonna in this contest. They've yet to get a runner to third. But here we go with 1 out and 2 runners aboard. Back to the top of the lineup for Alyssa Gaither. Gaither 1 for 2 today. She's done it all. Struck out, walked, and singled. First pitch misses low and in the dirt, 1-0. There is just 1 out in this inning. We are holding on here to the bottom of the 7th in a tie ball game. 1-0. Swung on. This ball's hit. Base hit into right field. Rounding third will be Thomas. The Crusaders have taken down the Grizzlies in walk-off fashion. 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th.
Georgia Gwinnett by the final score of 1-0.
Alyssa Gaither shoots a ball into right center. No hope of anyone in a Grizzly uniform getting into that ball. And easily rounding third is Ella Thomas, as Madonna takes down Georgia Gwinnett by a score of 1-0. With the win, the Crusaders have earned the right to play the top seed in the tournament in Our Lady of the Lake tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, the loss for Georgia Gwinnett in the 1-0 variety in the bottom of the 7th will send them to the first elimination game tomorrow at 10 a.m. The Grizzlies will face the loser of University of Cumberland's in Oregon Tech. That game get ready to start in less than an hour. So that'll do it from us here in Columbus, Georgia. Day 1 done for the Grizzlies. They find themselves on the short side of the scoreboard, losing 1-0 to the Madonna Crusaders. It was the home team that had the last at-bat and had the last run. They win 1-0. So again, as we log off here from Columbus, Georgia on the Grizzly Digital Network, Grizzly fans, I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Same place, same location, right here on our YouTube channel. As we'll be back in action tomorrow, and the opponent is to be determined. It's the loser between University of Cumberland's and Oregon Tech. GGC threatened too many times but didn't get any results out of it, and so they'll send an elimination game tomorrow at 10 a.m. For our entire cast and crew in Lawrenceville, Georgia, I'm Matt Mahoney signing off, saying so long, everybody. You've been watching, or should I say listening, to the Grizzly Digital Network.